So on Janna, I really do like the boots and mobility actually, but they're almost too much. But I could never really justify getting the sorcerer's shoes unless I was playing pure AP, which I very rarely am. And Merc Treads are also not quite as important on her, I often found, because there's little point in focus firing Janna, a support Janna, in a team fight. Yeah, she can be squishy, but you've killed her, and so what? You've only taken down the support character. All the carries are still going around. So usually if you focus fire other people, usually you CC the carries. So it was always a toss-up. So I would often get boots and mobility to make sure that I could always be around to assist people. I could get the fights very quickly. But the Ionian boots really turned this into a no-brainer for me now, and I think it's awesome. It's probably a no-brainer on almost every support character, frankly. And we may try to assault Mordekaiser here. Of course, he's going to be he's a tough nut to crack with his shield up. But at the very least, stop him from pushing too much. Although I forgot, his tower's down already, so we actually may just be overexposed here. And this, as you can tell, this is not the highest level of gameplay because we're so split up. In any pro-level game, we would be 5-man 100% of the time right now. The only exception might be if we were doing a 4-in-1 split, where you have 4 people go, say, top and push there. You get one guy going bottom, one guy with good escape mechanism going bottom. And that way, it sort of forces the team, they sort of have to go and engage the group of 4 at the top and stop them from pushing. If by some chance they decide to go after the one at the bottom, the group of 4 is definitely going to push a tower, and B, the one at the bottom is hopefully the kind of character who can escape. So that's the sort of thing we should be doing now. We're just too spread out. It's not a very good idea. We're not coordinated enough. And looks like they're going to do a decent push down the middle here. But we are mostly clumped up at this point, so I guess that's okay. Try to do a little bit of damage. Warwick does have an Oracles, which really sucks for us at this point. Warwick's pretty tough to kill in general. Now, I don't think this one's built quite as tanky as some of the real problem Warwicks, but he's still not great. And a little knock up there. It does suck to be applying so much damage to him. He does ult in on our Jarvan, but does get taken out. That's really good for us. Nice Tibber stun there from Annie. Hits 4 of us, but she does get ringed in by Jarvan and quickly taken down. It's nice that Jax can jump into that ring. Say, I want a piece of it too. And big engagement there. Moikai engages on 3 of them, I guess. No, there's 4 of them. Oh, one of them is the ghost of Jarvan. And he gets... Actually, he doesn't get taken out. It's just Eve and Jarvan who are down. And Moikai does finally go down. And it looks like we got the worst of it in that team fight. Despite a really, really, really good start. I'm taking down a couple of key players very early. I mean, focus firing on a tank is not necessarily a winning move, but focus firing on him when no one else is around and just taking him out before the fight starts, that's always good. Then taking out Annie, really good. Now, she did do a little bit of damage to us with her Tibbers, but yeah, that fight should have gone a lot better. And I'm not sure why it went so poorly, actually. This might be one of the sections that I rewind and replay a lot once it's on YouTube and really try to figure that out. You can see the comments here, what the fuck happened? Yeah, we were like... just really confused. And looks like they're going to try to go after Mordekaiser down here. God, I wish I could move faster. I still don't even have Boots 2. Which is not as critical as you might think, since I'm not generally chasing people down for ganks. And again, I can usually escape. But it's starting to become kind of inconvenient here. But I did want to prioritize finishing that Rod of Ages. Now, maybe I should have just given up on the Rod, frankly. I already had almost all the components. I just had to complete the recipe. And maybe I should have just turned them into something else. Banshee's Veil? No. Yeah, I don't know what else to turn a Catalyst into that would be really good for Janna. I'm trying to think what kind of items there are, but I've been out of it for a while. I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up briefly here. You guys watch this video. Items. Mana. Catalyst. Turns into... Yeah, okay, that's right. That was the third thing I couldn't remember. The Innervating Locket, which... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's okay. It was better before they nerfed it. It was so amazing. So the Innervating Locket, if you've just joined League of Legends and you don't know, every time you cast a spell, it used to give you a little bit... Whoa, poor Eve. Just dropping like a leaf there. And speaking of leaves, there's a pretty ultimate from Moikai. Another big engagement here, but looks like they're focus firing way too well, and we are not. Going one at a time there. Does Jax go down? Is he going to be able to escape? Oh my god, he's got no hit points, no hit points, no hit points. He's going to run away. That is miraculous, because I think he even had an ignite for a little while there, but just not enough. Going to try to tornado and help Moikai escape here. And actually, Ezreal's really low. Nice engagement there, taking out 2 people without a death. I do have my ult up, get a little bit of heal down, but no, they're able to get OMFG Zors, and I'm down. Damn it. And we are going to definitely 100% lose this tower. And now the kills are almost even. It's 25 to 22. The other team doing a really good push against us now. There we go, I'm getting my level 2 boots. And let me tell you, since I do play Han quite regularly these days, being able to purchase items when you're dead is so nice. And I wish you could do that in Han. And I realize that it's because when you're dead in Han, they leave you where your body is. And I guess you can buy stuff that puts in your stash, but I find it so inconvenient. I'd be so much happier if you could just buy items for real. Like, they just teleported your body to the fountain when you died, and they let you buy items. That would just be really nice. I don't know. So yeah, got my boots too, got my cooldown reduction. I do always run around with cooldown reduction runes in my blue slots. No matter what build I've got, no matter what champion I'm using, my blue slots are always cooldown reduction. And then my red slots alternate between magic pen and armor pen, but I would actually like to build a flat AP set as well. I've got a lot of IP, I just got to see if I can pull it off. And I think that I at least could buy most of it. And then in my yellows, usually I'm running mana regen per 5. Oh, my blues are cooldown regen, or cooldown reduction per 5. My logic there is, for both actually, is at the beginning, your spells tend to cost less, and it's less important that you spam them. So I like the ones that scale up. And I think both of them break even with the flat ones at about like level 4 or something like that. So level 4 or 5, depending on what they are. So as soon as you get to that point, you're better off with the ones that scale per level than the flat ones. One of the exceptions to that is the AP ones, and the scalar ones still scale like really well and really quickly, but you end up getting a lot of AP quite quickly. So the scaling ones, even at level 18, don't, from when I crunch the numbers, don't contribute that much. But the flat ones at the start of the game, if you can, just even increasing your AP by like 10 through a variety of runes or masteries or whatever, that's a lot at the beginning of the game. An extra 10 damage, an extra 10 heals, or from a shield. And yeah, not everything's a 1-to-1 AP scaling, but it's still, that's a big difference at the start of the game. Oh, Jarvan coming in from behind, getting a decent engagement there, and we're going to slow some people down, but they are in range of the tower. Nope, we're not going to be able to turn that into a kill, and in fact, our Moikai takes a lot of damage, as does our Jarvan. Oh my god, Warwick actually engaged with his ultimate onto Jarvan, but he got knocked out of it by my ultimate, and the timing was so close, I'm not even sure that I timed that to do that. I think I just happened to be casting it at that time, and not able to save our Jax from the Mordekaiser ultimate. The cooldown on the shield just a little bit too long, and looks like we're going to be forced to back up here, which we can usually retreat pretty safely with that. Wow. Jarvan does get a kill, but it turns around to a death of his own. We usually can retreat pretty well because of the tornado. It's like we're being ridiculous. Just run. Just run! Oh my god. A little bubble there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to save him, to be honest. No, maybe we can. Is that ring not an ultimate? It seems to come up a lot. I have to admit, I know nothing about Moikai. I'm going to have to, like, find him and read up on his abilities and play him when he's free or something like that. He does look really cool. So I like that part about him. And what next? I don't need mana regen. Stop looking at the chalice. They can look at everyone. Yeah, I think I'm going to be going for oh yeah, Aegis, Soul Shroud. Both of these are super duper good items. And it looks like I'm going to get the Soul Shroud, starting with the Mana Manipulator, which, I don't know. Yeah, and I don't really need the mana, although it does help the entire team. I probably should have gone for the Shirelia's Reverie first. That's what it's called? I think so. Thing you build off a ruby crystal that gives you cooldown reduction. I think I was going to talk about the Innervating Locket at some point. Actually, so the way, or has the item just been removed completely? It has been removed completely, hasn't it? God. They had to change that item so many times. So, the way it worked is when you would whenever you use an ability, it would return to you mana and health. It would do it over time. It wouldn't be instant. Actually, it may have started out instantly, and then they changed it over time to try to balance it out. God, this golem is annoying to kill. And when Sona came out, all her abilities are on like 4-second cooldown, I think. So you could just spam all day, and her abilities are in short cooldown, and they're also cheap. So you get this locket, and you'd be able to cast infinitely, and you'd be passively regenerating so much health, and it was so sick. And there were a few other champs that it was just absolutely sick on. And they changed it so it wouldn't do that. It was just like, I don't know, it was just like cooldown reduction and just regen without the on-cast mechanic. Here we go, dying once more. Nice leap, trying to get down Annie. She does go down, and an ignite turns off Jarvan, and looks like we are gonna get Jax in a lot of trouble there. He's taking a lot of damage. He's leveling for a long time thanks to a shield, and actually we aced them. Oh wow! Okay, I didn't see that coming. Actually, I thought that fight was gonna be a wipe for us. So now we'd really like to push, but we are stealing those wraiths. Be nice if we can get a tower, generate a little bit more team gold. I really hope we can get the actual League of Legends spectator / replay tool done yet. Now I don't know if they have the replay tool done yet. Now they do have the spectator on their sort of internal beta client. That's what they were using for the tournament, and it's really great because it's giving you total gold totals for the entire team, which would be really nice to be able to evaluate at this point. Get one tower down, nice. Are we going to get more? No, they've rezzed up. We're going to back up. We've a little lower in health and a little low in mana perhaps, and we've got a bunch of money to spend. So while you don't lose it in League of Legends when you die, it does mean you're weaker than you could be. That's 1,200 gold worth of items I could be using. Back up. What are you doing, Evelyn? Oh my god. Trying to aggressively steal the blue when the other entire team is alive and MIA. Wow, I can't believe she didn't die there. That is miraculous. I'm going to bubble her and hope she can keep escaping. Jeez. That's a miracle that she didn't die there. I was sure that was going to be potentially like a game-punishing mistake, because if she were down and the entire team engaged in a big team fight... Ooh, this is another dangerous engagement here. We're not all there. You gotta back up, guys. Yeah, B, don't. Yeah, I need items. Definitely don't engage like 3-on-5, which is what was going to happen there. That would have been awful. Oh, it's a Kindle Gem, right. Kindle Gem. Sorelli's Blessing is one of the things you can build out of that. But I should have gotten that beforehand. Oh, I was going to check to see my cooldowns, make sure that I wasn't at the cap, but I am at the cap because I've got the blue buff. So, like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll get it. It's probably worthwhile. Or maybe I didn't have the blue buff, or maybe it just wore off. I don't know, because I don't have it now. But I shouldn't be at the cap, I don't think, even with my ruins. I'm not sure, though. Could be. Maybe I gotta choose my items a little bit more carefully, because it would suck if I'm actually wasting some of my item potential that way. I do like Soul Shroud a lot. I don't think I always get it on Janna, but it's certainly a very decent move. Just trying to defend the tower as long as possible here. Knock him back a little bit, but there's no actual way to save it. The only question is, could we engage in a team fight with the tower still up? But no, it goes down, and Evelyn taking a lot of damage, being chased down by Ezreal, but he gets blocked in here. We may be able to take him down, but there's a lot of them and not that much of us. They're all really low. I go down, and we are able to get one kill. Looks like Warwick goes down, and Jax is trying to engage on someone there. I can't see because he's all fuzzy. Oh, Jax does take out Ezreal and Annie, actually, so that worked out better than I thought it did. Evelyn's going to have a little bit of trouble there. Jarvan jumps in, and we should be able to get a kill on Mordekaiser here and destroy his oracles. And actually, is that another ace? No, Olaf is up. Okay. Damn close. And with only 2 of us down, we might be able to get a chance to push here. Now, having an inhibitor turret down really sucks, but we're still not out of the game at this point, and we have them pushed pretty well. We don't have any of their base towers down, but we do have both of our top towers, which is absolutely incredible. So, spent a lot of time dead here. That sucks. Soul Shroud. I like that Soul Shroud is so cheap to finish, and it is a great item. I mean, the AoE mana regen is maybe less valuable at this point, but the AoE cooldown reduction, epic. Epic, epic, epic. If it allows you to get that second, you know, all-important spell for one of your teammates in a team fight, it really can turn the entire tide. Plus, it gives you a little bit of survivability, which is never a bad thing. And of course, it's always helping your cooldowns, even if your team's not around. And yeah, it's at this point that I usually am like, oh, clarity, is it really that important? I do like the fact that you can just support your entire team for that infinite push between your infinite heal, your infinite mana kind of thing. But I usually have enough mana regen at this point because my my runes have kicked in that I start to wonder if it's that valuable. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm leery about going something like Flash Clairvoyance because, well, that's risky. Because Janna has such good movement already and can tend to escape. So I don't know if Flash is critical on her. It looks like they did have a ward there and they are going to engage. And this could definitely be tricky. I'm completely in a bad position here. I don't want to expose myself too much because I could easily get killed. But at the same time, I'm not in a position to help the team. And it looks like our enemies are actually going to steal the Baron. And they get the Baron kill. Now we're going to be engaging with all people already damaged and with the opponents having Baron buff. And I think this is going to go extremely poorly for us. We just have to get the hell out of there somehow. I keep dropping tornadoes just to try to delay things as much as possible. But, ooh, no, gotta get out of there. I bubble Moikai, but I'm super low in health. And of course they can spot me thanks to Warwick's little buff. Looks like I'm going to be able to escape here. Moikai does go down, and unless Mordekaiser has an ult, but I think he already used it, yeah, I'm going to be able to escape safely. But still, very, very poor outcome, and we are going to lose at least one tower, I have no doubt about it. That was just a poor, poor decision to go after Baron in general. Looks like I'm going to start building the Aegis of Legion here. Very, very good item. Always worth getting on a team. Now, they have nerfed it a couple of times, so it's definitely not as good as it used to be. But it's still, especially if you've got a team who's coordinated and you're going to get 5-on-5 team fights, it does help a lot. It greatly improves your team's defenses, and it can give you that oomph that you need. And especially if you're doing this on a support character, it's a good thing to do. I don't think it's worth sort of nerfing your carry. It looks like Evelyn's going to go down. She does have a Guardian Angel. I don't know if she's going to be able to do anything with it. Yeah, she is able to escape and not actually die, which is good for her. And looks like we've got a nice engagement there on Ezreal, and Mordecai goes down as well, Mordekaiser. And we should be able to get Warwick. So that's 3 kills for the price of none. That's really nice. And in fact, that was a engagement where we didn't even have Moikai. So, or Maokai? God, you get flamed so hard. So that worked out well. And we get down Olaf. Freaking awesome! Kills are now 43-30. We are definitely ahead. I've got a whopping perfect 0 KDR ratio, but I do have 19 assists. And I always say it's the person with the most assists that wins the game. That's just what I say to make myself feel better, because I always, you know, get no kills and lots of assists, even when I'm playing a carry, because I'm bad. Yeah, looks like we are going to be able to push this base turret. Drop a little heal on everyone here. And I'm going to keep trying to drop my bubble on the person I perceive as having potentially the best physical damage. I don't know who actually has the best attack rate at this point, but yeah, I keep hitting Jarvan here. Jax would also be a really good option. In fact, Jax probably had a higher attack rate here because of some of the items that he's got. Looks like we're going to go and try to take out the bottom. Gotta be a little careful here because they are back up, but oh, that tower's got nothing on it. We can sneeze on it, it'll fall over, and there it goes. A little more team gold. Very nice. Looks like we are all 18 at this point. I think we've probably all been 18 for quite some time. I don't know where that tornado was going. It's probably a misclick that engaged in the wrong place. Jarvan jumps into the middle of him, does drop his ult, but he may get fired down here. A lot of damage his way. Am I going to be able to bubble him and save him? Whoa, where am I? Way up here. I get focused down and killed. And, uh-oh, Jarvan goes down as well. That's 3 of us down. Or 3 of us now. Actually, we're all down except for Moikai, and he goes down as well. We get aced a second time, and I think that's probably going to be... Are they going to be able to push in that far? I don't remember when I recorded this, to be honest, so I don't really remember what happened. If we survive, grab lots of elixirs, yeah, because when you're in these do-or-die situations, the best thing you can spend your money on is elixirs, because for the next, 4 minutes, you are just going to be much more powerful than if you'd spend your money on a conventional item. We do have super minions there trying to defend, but our super minion is not able to defend that inhibitor quite enough, and oh my god, we're going to be dead another 20 seconds here. And I think they're going to be able to kill us in that time. Yep, I think that's going to be GG. One turret goes down. We're going to be able to res here before they kill the Nexus. I think, did Olaf die? No, not quite. Close though. They're both down. Yep, I'm going to grab some elixirs here. And Evelyn does go down, which is unfortunate. We are going to be able to fight them back. Jarvan's going hard for Warwick. Does take him out, and I think Annie's going to go down as well. Yep, she gets boxed in. Ezreal ultimate coming down the middle. Doesn't kill anyone, but sort of annoys us. And yet another kill. Okay, we're turning this around pretty well. Oh, we did just lose our top tower, though. Damn it, that's the problem. When the enemy team is right on a Nexus, and I'm pinging, I think, for a push, but looks like we're going to be delayed. When a team is on a Nexus, they're drawing all the minions onto them. So it stops your own minions from being able to go out and push back the creep waves. Looks like Jack is hanging back just to defend that inhibitor. It's going to hurt not having his DPS, but what are we going to do here? We're trying to push up this middle lane as hard as possible. Maybe we should have gone around the super minions. I don't know. And... oh, okay, Olaf is up. Are we going to be able to get the base here? Ezreal is up as well, but of course never died. I really don't know at this point. We're going to try to do our best. I've bubbled Jarvan there. He looks like he's going straight for the tower. A little knockup, trying to buy him as much time as possible, but in fact, he's just getting really low. More bubbles, more knockups, trying to keep people away. Lots of requests to go back. Alright, well, we're doing okay. Down one inhibitor each. Gonna heal us back up to full. Jarvan's got some nice set of buffs here. But we are definitely going to have to go back. Looks like we're going to grab the dragon there for a little bit of global gold. Most of the people's item builds have got to be about done at this point. I don't know. Aegis of Legion, not quite enough. Almost enough if I sold my Doran's ring, I think. And having that that Banshee's Veil in Annie is really good, actually, just because it's going to be able to counter Evelyn's opener. And she would be a prime target for that kind of stuff normally. In fact, quite a few effects normally. Although, frankly, most of our damage... I mean, Evelyn is magic-based usually, but I think a lot of her damage is physical in this case, so they'd probably be better off building armor. Now, of course, she may have armor. Who knows? Hopefully you guys, if you've paused at some point when I've tabbed it up and actually paid attention to what all the items are. Which is not something I can do when I'm recording a commentary in this format, so boo-hoo. Oh, nice move by Moikai there, knocking the shield off Annie. And another Oracle's is up, which sucks because it is nice when Evelyn can kind of engage on someone pretty quickly. Jax hops in there, but we're a little too far back maybe to help him. He is bubbled, he is knocked back. Oh, and a stun Tibbers comes down and trying to heal Jax, and it looks like he's going to be able to survive between the bubble and the heal. Holy cow, that was close. But meanwhile, the rest of our team, Jarvan goes down, Evelyn is going to go down, she's going to pop back up, but I think they're just going to kill her a second time here with her Banshee's Veil, and we are not going to be able to take them out a second time. That was close. That team fight could have gone an entirely different way here, and I think that would have been the win for us. At this point, we're going to just try to do our best to defend here. Now, the enemy's inhibitor has respawned, which is probably the worst possible time for it to do it, because we really could use some super minions at this point. I do finish the Aegis, which is going to help us in team fights. Jax is quite low, takes out Ezreal, but dies himself. And Moikai is doing some really nice damage here to Olaf, but Olaf has been managing to escape by the skin of his teeth in the entire freaking game, and I think that's made a significant difference and denied us a lot of kills and a lot of aces. And now we're going to be taking some damage directly onto our Nexus. They've even got super minions here. And with just me up, yeah, oh, nice suppression there by Warwick. I'm going to try to get to my fountain. I do get there. But now is actually GG. And that is the end of it. Hope you enjoyed this game, folks. I certainly enjoyed playing it. We had a lot of fun. And that's why I posted it. There's the score. 291 creep kills for Jarvan. Really, really nice farm up there. That's it. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.